More than a dozen new budget airlines have launched since the pandemic started. Some have already folded, but most are going strong, offering new options for travelers. Wendy Gillette reports on this new age flying experience.
A Play Airlines plane arrives every day from Iceland at tiny Stewart International Airport, about an hour and a half outside of New York City. We were invited on the budget airline that has only economy seating, boxed food for a cost, and no entertainment options. But fares to Europe with a stopover in Iceland are as low as $118 each way from New York, Baltimore, Boston, and Washington, D.C.
It's basically about getting from A to B, and most people would like to do that as cheaply as possible. And so you can basically spend your money on your holiday.
There is such a hunger for travel.
Katie Nastro with the airline website Going.com says that's why budget airlines are taking off.
We are seeing just in the last month alone a 5% increase in the amount of people that are traveling since 2020.
Budget airlines aren't always at major airports, but fast-growing Breeze Airways does operate here out of San Francisco International, as well as California's LAX and San Diego International. Breeze is adding 13 airports and 25 domestic routes in 2024. Other airlines launching in the last few years include the U.S.-based Avelo, Aerojet, mostly in the Caribbean, Norwegian-based Norse, Wizz Air in the Middle East and Europe, and Air Premia, Greater Bay, and Zip Air, all in Asia. One indicator of the difficulties of airline startups is that several have already collapsed, including British airline Flybe.
It's difficult. I mean, this is a cutthroat business.
In the U.S., low-cost airlines have grown from 5 to 15% of the market, putting pressure on larger airlines to lower costs. Nastro says they also tend to have fewer connections and better baggage handling. But there are sometimes other issues.
Budget carriers typically have a lower on-time performance versus other airlines.
She also says keep in mind budget airlines have fewer partners if there are problems to shift passengers to other flights. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, San Francisco.
Meanwhile, two of the early budget airlines, JetBlue and Spirit Airlines, are calling off their planned merger deal. The two airlines saying they mutually agreed to terminate their proposed $3.8 billion plan after a federal judge blocked it earlier this year over anti-competition concerns. In a statement, JetBlue said that due to the hurdles, both airlines' interests are better served by moving forward independently.